with another episode of Man Cave Podcast with Coach B. Listen, I sure hope, come on in, come on in, come on in. I want to welcome everybody to this week's show. Come on in, Man Cave Podcast, episode number 2. That's right, we getting ready to do it. We getting ready to do it, and we getting ready to do it big. I'm super excited about tonight's show. Come on in. Welcome. It's the Man Cave Podcast with Coach B coming to you live. Come on in. It's that time. Yeah. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Hey. Man Cave Podcast coming to you live tonight, Friday night. Man Cave Podcast with Coach B. Welcome. Come on in. Super excited tonight. Yeah, come on in. Welcome. I want to welcome you tonight to Man Cave Podcast with Coach B. I'm super excited about tonight's show. As my music is playing in the background, it's just my declaration. It's just my decree. I'm the man. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Coming to you live. Okay, good deal. Listen, I want to welcome you guys tonight to Man Cave Podcast with Coach B. I'm super excited about tonight's show. I hope everybody has been having a fantastic, amazing, awesome day. I want to just welcome everybody that's coming on. Come on in, episode 2. Yeah, go ahead on, and I'm going to bring my brother on real quick. My special guest for tonight, I'm bringing him on. Let's see. There you go. Okay, there you go. Hey, what's up, bro? We're gonna get this thing jumping and get started in just a minute, okay? Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. Listen, I want to welcome y'all to Man Cave Podcast with Coach B. Second episode. I'm still enjoying the launch last week, but I want to thank everybody that tuned in on last week for the launch. I've been still getting rave reviews about it. I'm still getting testimonies and how people enjoyed the show. And, I didn't know that the show was going to go. I didn't know that the show was going to go so like it went. I was very pleased, and so many people were pleased by it and enjoyed it and tuned in. And then, as you guys see, I shared with you today, it got approved for Apple Podcasts. It got approved for Amazon Music. We got approved for Spotify. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? We're not just doing this thing on Facebook Live. This is going global. So if you have Apple, if you have Spotify, if you have Amazon Music, if you have a YouTube account, you can check out the podcast on all of those digital platforms. Which is, man, it's a blessing. It really, truly is. I birthed this thing on last Friday, and I've been getting, it's just been awesome. It's been a blessing ever since. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day. Last week episode we talked about a man and his relationship with his mother. I felt as though as we was leading into Mother's Day that I kicked the show off like that. But tonight, we got, we really start getting into the meat of the matter of this whole reason of why I had a desire to do this man, this podcast, and I wanted to tailor to strictly for men. Men talk, for men to come together and just talk about life and talk about different topics and talk about, different things. And as I was putting my schedule together, and I knew that this show would be my second show, I was like, I want to talk to men tonight about redemption, because men, none of us are perfect. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, we had our ins, we had our outs, we had our goods, we've had our bads. The Bible even said a just man may fall 7 times, you know what I'm saying? But it's that getting up part that keeps, defining a man to make a man to be what he is. And sometimes men can go through things and they don't think that they can bounce back. Sometimes men can go through things, it'll take them out for the rest of their life. Just take them out and they don't feel as though that they can redeem themselves. And you're looking at somebody, as a matter of fact, you're looking at 2 people that, have gone through some things and have experienced some things. The walk that we're walking now, we haven't always walked that walk. The things that we're doing now, we haven't always done those things. So when we talk about a man and his redemption, you have 2 people on tonight that can really talk to you about, being redeemed, getting that another chance or getting that second or that third or that fourth. And for some men, even that 5th chance, to redeem yourself and to get back in the game. And you was knocked out of bounds, or you was knocked out for a little while, but God is a God that will restore you, that will redeem you, that, you can get back into this thing called life. And that's what we want to talk about tonight is a man's redemption. A man, the power of a man, and how awesome it can be that a man can find a way to get himself back on track. A man can find himself to find the way to get himself back, in the thick of things, in the just of things. Maybe you was a father or a husband and you got, life got the best of you and, it kind of knocked you out, but you can get back in the game and you can win if you're willing to do, to just, yield to the will and just allow yourself to get back in the game. So I'm super, 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 super excited tonight. This is, let me tell y'all, this is not just a guy that I know, okay? This is like my brother, and I want to just kind of give a quick testimony. And I know that he probably didn't know that I was going to do this, but Minister Jewon and I, we grew up together. We went to elementary school together. We grew up together. We was in the same clique, same area and everything. But when we was little, we was who we was. We was bad. We was this. We was that. We was all this kind of stuff. But his mom had a love for God. Even when we were young, his mom had a love for Jesus Christ, and she would go to church. And the cool part about it is she had like a little 2-door coupe, but she would pack us all in that little 2-door coupe, and she would take us to church. She would take us to church, and then after church, she'll feed us, and we'll have a good time. And at that time, we was just kind of hanging out. We was just having a good time. We was just, being able to go over Miss Russell's house and eat after church. Not really realizing that the seed was being planted then, for this walk that we're walking, that the seed was being planted when we was 8 and 9 and 10 years old, And I want to thank her, because you got guys like me and guys like, Reverend Harrison, who we are, and even Minister Jewon, and we all went to school together. And yeah, we may have veered off, and yeah, we may have, went on and did some other things, but the gist of it, the seed that was originally planted when we were just little young lads, we got back to it. And I want to honor Miss Russell tonight and tell her thank you, because it was her that originally planted the seed. She would take us to church and stuff. This, and some of us, we got baptized and everything, and it was all because of her, because most of our parents didn't go to church. So the only way we was able to go to church was Miss Russell, and not realizing that it was just a seed that she was planting. So, I'm super happy. I'm honored tonight. I really just kind of wanted to just kind of get that out there. I don't even know if Ms. Russell's listening, but I wanted to say thank her for the seeds that she planted for so many of us, for taking she would load us up in that little two-door coupe, you know what I'm saying? That little burgundy car that she drove, you know what I'm saying? And she'll take with. I mean, we was like, it was a bunch of how we all got in that car. I do not know, but we would get in there. We would just go to church, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't know anything about the word or anything. We were just kind of just hanging and enjoying ourselves and excited about being able to go eat what she cooked after church. You know what I'm saying? Not really realizing that a seed was being planted even way back then. So, you know, I'm excited tonight. Again, this is my brother. I want to introduce some and present to others Minister Jewon Russell. If I could just kind of give y'all a little bit of his background. He's a native Houstonian, raised in Fifth Ward by a single mother, attended HISD school. Minister Russell has an associate's degree in psychology as well as an associate's degree in biblical studies. He's a music lover. Minister Russell is a mentor. He assists with feeding the needy, and he is the founder of Angel Wings Ministry. Mr. Russell is an active member of City Cathedral Church under the leadership of Bishop Leroy Woodard. All right, Bishop Woodard. Yes, sir. Where he serves in multiple ministries. In his spare times, he loves to listen to music, breeding and training dogs, as well as spending time with his family. Mr. Russell is married with children and grandchildren. Listen, can y'all do me a favor and welcome Minister Jewon Russell to the show tonight? Come on, put your hands together. Come on, put your hands together for him. Yeah, there you go. Make some noise for him. Make some noise for him. There you go. Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah. So I'm super excited, man. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. I want to really get into this thing tonight, a man's redemption, you know, and the power of a man, you know what I'm saying, being redeemed. Because like I was saying earlier in the show, bro, we've all had our ups, we've all had our downs, we've had our goods, we've had our bad, and we've had just our downright ugly. You know what I'm saying? But what is it that makes a man, when he falls down, refuses to stay down?
So in order to get back up and stay getting up, I'm gonna say just one word, man, God.
Yeah. You got to have it, man. You got to have it, man. I think that you and I, you know what I'm saying, we really, you know, I mean, we knew there was a God. We knew there was, you know, God was real, but we didn't have the relationship with God, you know. And before we dig into it, I just want you to take out a little bit of time, you know, because I know your story. I know the story of your redemption.
Yeah.
But if you can share some of your own personal redemption story for some of our listeners tonight.
Yeah. Well, for me coming to redemption, man, I went to prison at a young age. I knew I grew up in the street, running the streets, and my trials in the streets, my consequences were going to prison.
Wow.
It led me to, and being in prison, that when, man, I was at a point to where I was broken for a while and not none of that. So for my first years in there, you know, I just prayed. I'm gonna tell you why I prayed.
Mm-hmm.
I prayed because I remember hearing my mama always pray. So I prayed, and I had to stay just praying, and then I got into the word. And then as time went on, man, you know, God came into my life, and my redemption story is, man, I had to first recognize and accept my wrong and what I done.
Wow. And I could, you know what I'm saying? You say you had to recognize and you had to really hold what you had done. You know what I'm saying? You had to really embrace, hey man, this is what I did. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes men, you know, we real good at tossing, you know, stuff that we should be accepting and stuff that we should be embracing. Well, we rather blame it on other people. We rather give it, you know what I'm saying, on the other man, or we rather blame it, well, our father wasn't in our life. Or, you know, sometimes it's just real easy for a man to pass the buck instead of embrace the buck, you know. But you was at a point to where you had to go and embrace it. You had to go on and hold on to it.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So when I ask you, bro, redemption, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does it mean? Like, what's the benefit of a brother saying, you know what, I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to be, I need redemption. Why would a man even want redemption?
Well, to me, being redeemed and wanting redemption, bro, is to embrace, you know, you before getting to that point, you come into the things that you used to do.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when the breaking point come, what can I turn? You know, okay, I done this. I accept this. And then it wasn't the time that got me, you know what I'm saying? Because I know when I'm facing what I have to do. But knowing that I had many years up ahead, my redemption was me accepting my wrong, looking for benefits that I can grow from. And the only way I can grow was in God. So I began to get into the word. Then I had other elder guys in prison who was Christian, man, that used to talk to me. Then I started reading about, you know, redemption is moving away from a sin. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to return to you know, embracing, not saying that you're gonna be perfect, but embracing the redemption that the Lord gives.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. I love that.
And moving forward, because for me, it wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't easy, like I had trouble, but it was trouble when you facing 40 years and you're going to end up doing 10, but it end up being 21 years. So the redemption, holding on to God and just knowing that no matter what goes on and what happened, I refuse to go backwards.
Right.
No matter what, I'm going to stay focused on God, and whatever you have for me to do, let me do it, because I want to be true. You know what I'm saying? And what you have. And that's it, bro.
So what would you say? Would you say that, you know, when it comes to redemption, that, you know what I'm saying, it's a choice? Like, some people have the choice that, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Because redemption is, like you said, redemption is you accepting your faults, you know, accepting what you did, accepting, you know, your wrongs, you know what I'm saying? Those things that you did that you know you shouldn't have done. It's an acceptance fact. But okay, so now that I've accepted it, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I accepted it. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I accepted it and I've accepted God. So now what do I do? You know?
Yeah. So is it a choice? I believe it's a choice, because not everybody, I'm not going to say if they in trouble, whatever they may be doing, they get to a point, they can be like, all right, you know, well, yeah, I understand. But then they return back to what they know. But when it becomes in a choice is when I'm going to either go backwards, I'm going to make this right decision. And when you make this right decision and say, you find God, so the thing that must come next is it's just like exercising. If you read a little, you get a little. If you pray a little, you know, a little power. But the more you pray, you get more power. The more you read, things start falling off. The more you start to read and learn and really see the insight and see the will of God and see the promises of God, them benefits.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Come on, real. Come on.
And living in that, then, you know, because I had told God, man, I refuse to go back.
Yeah.
You know, I redeemed because of you. And then I started to learn things. One perspective is for a man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
For a man. See, it's not, a lot of us believe that being a man, we got to say this or be like this, treat the woman like this. That's cool. Now, being a man, God say, be the head and not the tail. In other words, we the head. It don't mean that we in control or we just got authority. Now you got to live that life. You got to live it. Being a man, to being able to follow God and your family follow you. And being redeemed is knowing where you come from, but knowing who saved you, who got you, who gonna carry you out. And the moment you can walk in Christ and walk it out as a man of God and being redeemed, then it's easy for your family to follow you, because they see your behavior is not where you come from. It's a totally
You dropping it, man. You dropping some nuggets, bro. You dropping some nuggets for real, man. Man, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I wanted you to be the one that that I bring on the show to talk to this about, because I think that a man can't really talk to another man about anything if he hasn't gone through anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was telling one of my spiritual brothers, you know what I'm saying? I said, I believe that this is why God is using those that come from the other side of the track, that he's raising up now, because you got to have somebody that has been through some things that can talk to somebody that's going through some things. You got to be able to talk to that person and say, hey, I know where you're at. And I know where you're at, and I know where you can go. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, well, how you know? And then you start spitting your story. You start spitting your situation. You start spitting what you face. You start spitting what you had going on. But you also start spitting how you overcame. You also start spitting how it was God who reached down and snatched me. You also start spitting, you know what I'm saying? If it had not been for the Lord on my side, or a praying mother, like you said earlier, you know. So, man, this is that thing of redemption, you know, especially, I mean, we all need to be redeemed, you know what I'm saying? We all need, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us could use redemption, but for men, you know, for men, I come across so many men that have gone through trials and tribulations and haven't been able to bounce back. You know, I come across so many men that maybe, you know what I'm saying, they did some stuff at their younger age, and unfortunately the stuff that they did at their younger age is still hunting them. And I say that because this is gonna lead to my next question to you. You know, you went to prison, you did what you did, you know, you went to prison, you sat out, you found God, you know what I'm saying, you came out a new creature, you came out a new person. But what does the new person do when he's faced with old situations? What does the new, now that you've been redeemed, now that you know what I'm saying, God makes all things new, but what happened when you run up on old friends? What happened when you run up on old people that you used to hang with, or the old people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you sold drugs and you run up on those people who you used to sell your drugs to, or who you used to buy your drugs from. You're a new person now. How do you separate yourself, the new you, from the old people, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that makes good sense. Yeah. Well, one, I'm gonna give my story. You know, when I came home, you know, I knew, you know, some people thought that I still, when I came home, that I was hustling because I got a car within, I think, a year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? After being out.
Yeah.
Then, you know, I had some little rims on, whatever. So automatically, they thought I was hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they want to talk about some old days and stuff like that, but I easily have to correct it because, one, I'm not gonna entertain my past.
Come on.
My past don't got a lot on my future.
Come on, man.
So when God brought me home, you know, I'm a new man.
Right.
I'm on fire for the Lord.
Right.
So you know, some people, they'll come be like, man, boy, y'all boys went down. I be like, man, it ain't nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I say, man, God brought me here. God got me out. That's what I'm doing now. And a lot of times, you know, it's really exciting when people do want to come talk about your past, because it opened a door. And I don't talk about the past, but, you know, it gives you the opportunity to be like, oh, man, that's, you know, that's behind me. But the new me is in Jesus Christ. The new me, you know, God had me on a whole different playing field now. You know, he had me on a journey to go out and reach thousands. But my prayer is, God, let me reach millions of people doing your work.
Come on.
I don't care being known, but I want to do your work. You know, I told a brother, I said, you know, it's just like when in a rap song that I had wrote, I put, you know, I went from the block to the pulpit.
Yeah, you know that's real talk.
Yeah, I went from
that's real talk.
Church house.
Yeah.
So, you know, my past, man, I can never allow my past to come up or to get in front of me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
because
right.
Happening, and a lot of brothers might not understand it or grasp it. You know, when you get to entertaining conversation on your past, them thoughts start to come in. The devil
Come on.
in,
Yeah.
and you start feeding on them thoughts and stuff like that. And it just like, you know, I had a brother when I had got laid off. You know, I'm fresh out of prison, bro. I got laid off, and a brother told me, he said, man, I heard that, you know, you used to hustle. Man, you could use my house and hustle out of right then and there.
Wow.
I stop him in his tracks. I tell him, nah, bro. I said, man, listen, when you see me or you come to me, bro, know that I'm a man of God. You know, I refuse that, and I'm a rebuke that because I know who's speaking to me. You know, I got to recognize that spirit.
Yeah, come on.
You know,
Come on, man.
Because the devil will try to pull up some stuff that you know how to do. Well, he go a situation you don't have a choice.
That's exactly
it. You need money, so he gonna snatch this up. And if I feed on it, I say no, because I don't never want my walk, man. I take my walk, my character, I take it serious.
Right.
You know, for the Lord. So it's certain things that you cannot entertain. You don't want to entertain, and a lot of people don't know, because when you do, you open a playing field for the devil.
And I think that's one of the things, man, that when we, you know, when you come from that life, or you come from the type of life that you and I come through, you know, you can't straddle the fence on that thing. You got to either be all right or all left. You know, you can't, you know, try to do it here on Sunday and then still do the same thing Monday through Saturday. No, because what'll happen is you'll find yourself, you know what I'm saying, really worse off than you were before. So, you know, it really is a decision that you have to just kind of, you know what I'm saying, really every day renew. You know, every day renew. And I find myself, man, that especially when I first gave my life to Christ, man, and I was, you know what I'm saying, telling them, hey, man, that guy that I was, I'm not that guy anymore. And I think that people would intentionally try to make me be that guy, because that guy made them comfortable to where this new person that I am makes them uncomfortable. But I realize that you're comfortable. You being comfortable is not my issue. You being comfortable is not my business. I'm a new walk now. So if the old me makes you comfortable, then we can't even be cool no more. You know. And I lost some friends. You know, I lost a lot of brothers. I lost a lot of people that I thought, you know what I'm saying, we was 100. We was this, we was that. But I realized that as I moved further and further this walk, man, that it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? And that God, you know what I'm saying? And then I actually have some friends that I knew from back then that we still remain friends to this day. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, bro. They walking the walk that they walking, but I'm still walking the walk that I'm walking. And what they do is they honor and respect the walk that I'm walking. They don't try to get me to do anything that they know I'm not supposed to be doing. They don't try to get me to go anywhere that I'm not supposed to be going. Now those, even though, you know what I'm saying, I may be here and they may be there, I still consider them brothers because they respect the new me. You know, it's the ones that can't respect the shifted you, the new you, the you that's following Christ, that you have to wash your hands of and say, you know what, you know, we ain't 100 no more. You ain't my bro like I thought you was. You know what I'm saying? Love you, respect you and all, but hey, I'm going this way, and you know what I'm saying, you doing what you doing that way.
And that's true, man. You know, being home, I'm in, you know, the same situation. I got a few brothers that I grew up with. You know, we both know them. You know what I'm saying? Grew up with, and they know my walk. You know what I'm saying? They know what I'm about. But it's nothing, man. You know, when they come around, they know what's up. You know, man. Shoot, Jay going to that church, and Jay got to go to the unit. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like 40 hours, nothing like that. You know, I tell people, you know,
go ahead.
I would tell some young brothers, I say, man, I go get lit. I say, ain't that the new word y'all use, lit? Like, yeah. I say, well, I go get lit every Sunday, brother. Either I'm going to the unit or I'm going to the church. I say,
come on.
every Sunday. I said, you ought to come to the new club. See, the old club gonna kill you, but this new club gonna give you life.
Come
and
on,
that's
man.
being going to the church house and being with God. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And that's just all what it's about, bro.
But yeah, it's crazy. But and as we walk this walk, you know, even though we may not be cool with them, even though we may not talk to them, and even you have those that we are still cool with, that, you know what I'm saying, we do still consider brother, we still have to pray for all of them. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
We still have to just, you know what I'm saying, love all of them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta love you from afar. You know, I gotta
Yeah.
love you from a distance, but I still love you, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes,
you know, I salute you, bro. I'm super proud of you, man. I'm proud of the work you're doing. Listen, before we let you go, tell us a little bit about Angel Wing Ministry. This ministry that you have. Just give us a little info about it. You know, what is it? What you do with it?
Well, Angel, man, Angel Wing was birthed in prison.
Okay.
And, you know, I had told God, you know, God, when you release me, you know, I want to come back into the prisons and minister your word. I also want to do hygiene for those in need as in prison, but I also want to go into the streets to reach the
Yeah.
homeless, mentor and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just like I tell people, man, Angel Wing is God's. I'm just a forerunner.
Come
And,
on, man.
you know,
Come
wherever
on.
the Lord, whatever doors he opened, then I'm gonna go through them because
Yeah.
I open the door. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I'm
So,
with you.
and we just, you know, we help men that come out of prison,
Mm-hmm.
and we mentor men in prison. Even when they come out, we stick with them to make sure that they're on the right track. You know,
Oh,
to
man, that's
have a
what's up.
support group. You know
That's
what I'm
what's up.
saying?
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Because I mean, the worst thing you want is for a man to you know, get out of prison, has a new leash on life, ready to do, you know, the right thing, ready to move forward with his life. And he just feel like once he get out, he all by himself. He feel
Yeah.
like he don't have nobody to turn to. He feel like he don't have no support system. Well, Angel Wing Ministry is somebody that he can confide, somebody he can talk to, somebody that can give him that support, somebody that can walk with him his first, you know,
Yeah.
months or years or days that he get out of prison. Because a lot of times dudes get out of prison and they're like, what I do now? You know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happens now?
Right.
You know, where do I go now? How do I
Yeah.
get back into this thing called life? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So an Angel Wing Ministry comes along to make sure that, you know, the man doesn't become a repeat offender. You
Yeah.
know, the man can
Yeah.
find a new leash on life you know what I'm saying, once he's come home. So
Yeah.
I think that's phenomenal. I think that is fantastic. And then you guys actually go back into the prisons and give hygienes and talk and encourage and motivate. Because again, those that's behind the bars, you know what I'm saying, those that are in prison, they still need to be fed. They still need to know somebody's thinking about them. They still need to know that, hey, man, we praying for you. I know you locked up, you know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
hey, we still praying that, you know what I'm saying? Because some people find God, they wouldn't have found God had they not been in prison. Some
Yeah.
people wouldn't have got saved. You know what I'm saying? And my pastor, she talk about it all the time, that, you know what I'm saying, like when a man or a woman, they go to prison, we sad and we frown, but you know what I'm saying, God can call it protection. God was protecting them from the outside, brought them on the inside, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to protect them from what was on the
Right.
outside. And you know, while they're in the inside, they clean themselves up. While they're in the inside, they find out who they really are. While they're on the inside, they find a relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
While they're on the inside, they get redeemed.
It's
While they're on
true.
the inside, they realize that the walk that they was walking wasn't the walk that they need to continue to walk,
Yeah.
and they want to walk a new walk. So I think that Angel Wing Ministry is fantastic. I think it's phenomenal.
Appreciate
I really do. I think it's awesome.
it.
It really does. Listen, man, I want to thank my brother so very much for coming
Yeah.
on the show tonight and talking to us about a man's redemption. not only can he talk about it, but he's lived it. He has a T-shirt about it, and he's doing phenomenal things. Listen, if somebody is watching the show tonight, and then maybe that a man, or maybe you may be a man, and you like, man, he's had heartbreaks, he's had issues, he's had this, he's had that. But I just believe that tonight's show was for that man. I just believe that you didn't come across this show on incident or by accident. There is a redemption savior that's alive, that can renew you and restore you and can help you get back on your feet. And if you're watching live, or if you're listening, you are watching and listening to two men right now who know that their redemption is not only possible, but redemption is real.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, any last words, bro, before you go on the topic of man and redemption?
Yeah, I leave with these words. True redemption is when you make the choice and you focus and you stay the course, no matter what comes up or what fires your way. But to move forward and to stay wrapped up in it like a pig in a blanket is when you become in God and you get wrapped up in the word and you allow the Holy Spirit to do the work. True redemption is recognizing that's not me. What I was doing, that's that old man. True redemption is acknowledging my past, but recognizing my future.
Come on.
The better benefits that God have for me. I'll leave him with that.
And that's it in a nutshell. Yeah. That's it. That's it. The power of redemption. Yeah. It's real. It can take place. It can happen. Yes, we know, I ain't gonna say I know, we know a redeemer. Yes, sir. If you don't know, we know a redeemer. And the same redeemer that we know, you can know. The same redeemer that we've had, a one-on-one rendezvous with, you can have a one-on-one rendezvous with. Yeah. The same redeemer that we're committed to, that we accepted and said yes and put away our toys and our old ways of thinking and our old ways of acting and embrace this new man. You can do the exact same thing. Right. Now, bro, real quick, before you go, if there is somebody out there that wanted to connect with Angel Wing Ministry, how do they do it? How, maybe they want to be a part, maybe they want to donate, maybe they want to, just know somebody that could probably use your resources and your services. How can they contact Angel Wing Ministry?
Well, they can contact me at 346-264-8159.
Okay. And I'll make sure that we said it over the broadcast, but I'll make sure to put the number in the comment section and make sure that, hey, if you are serious, if you need somebody to connect to once you come home, maybe a mom is listening and your son is getting ready to come home, or your uncle or some man is getting ready to come home from prison, and you you know what? I want to make sure little Buck doesn't go back to prison. I want to make sure that little Pookie don't go back to prison. So I want to make sure that I connect him with Minister Jewon Russell and Angel Wing Ministry. Bruh, again, I want to take the time to say thank you for coming on the show. Yeah. This has been awesome. I mean, this has been, I've been sitting here listening, and I've been sitting here being a part, as the host, but man, my heart is so full right now. Yeah. I really feel like there is a man out there tonight that's getting ready to take the step in the right direction. There is a man tonight, and he may not be listening right now, but somehow, some kind of way, his ears or his eyes is going to come up on this program. And maybe for a long time, people have been telling him what he not what he can't do, what he won't be, what he not gonna be able to do.
Yeah.
But we come tonight to tell you that the devil is a lie, that there is this thing called redemption. And if you would just embrace it and step into it,
Yeah.
great and phenomenal things can happen in your life. Yeah, you're going to have to do some work. Yeah, you're going to have to take off the old clothes and put on the new clothes. Yeah, you're going to probably have to say bye-bye to some old friends and embrace new friends. But when it's all said and done, redemption can take place in your life. Can y'all do me a favor and give my brother, Minister Jewon Russell, another hand for coming on the show tonight? Come on, man, y'all. Come on. I'm flattered. Yeah. I love it. Listen, we're getting ready to get up out of here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and joining in. This has been great. This has been rich. This has been awesome.
Yes,
it really has, and I greatly appreciate it. Y'all know I like to end the show with a B take. I call it, this is the B take segment, just a free game from Be the Man that you can take with you, and that's just how I like to end my show. And I want to end it like this. Men face odds, but even when we are facing odds, don't allow the odds to define you. Instead, define the odds.
Yeah.
Make the decision to define the odds. I'm Coach B. Listen, this has been Man Cave Podcast with Coach B. And whatever you do at the end of the day, do me a favor. Be the man. I'm out. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Questions, I be the teacher, you can be the lesson.